Tips for questions and answers for US visitor visa interview B1 B2. Welcome to today's video. This is Wanjiru US. So the first thing you're supposed to do is to ensure you are live at the embassy at least 15 to 20 minutes before time. Yeah, make sure you don't get there like the last minute. Ensure you have all the documents you're required to carry with you arranged in order such that it will be easy whenever you want to present them to the consular to give them as quick and fast as possible. Documents to carry will include your passport, both current and expired, your DS-160 confirmation page, a recent photograph, of yourself, the passport size, and a bank statement if you have one, just to show your financial sufficiency. Property documents if you have some. They will act as a support of your ties back to your home countries. We are talking of invitation letter if you have one, and any other document that you may use just to show the ties of going back to your home country. When answering these questions, be calm, confident, and keep an eye contact with the consular. The first question the officer will ask you, may I have your passport? Just hand it over to the officer and say something. You can say, here it is. Question number 2, what is the reason of your visit to the US? At this point, you can answer this question. For instance, you want to visit a family or a friend. Here, you can actually answer the question and give out an invitation letter that you have. You can say something like this: I have been invited for a graduation, and here is the invitation card. Here is the invitation letter. Or I've been invited by this family or this friend, and here is the invitation letter. So you had it over when you are answering that question. Don't expect that you will be asked to hand over the document later. There is no time for that. So as you answer the question, hand over the relevant document that support the answers you're giving at each point. Question number 3, have you been in US before? The answer could be no. If it's no, fine, you just move on. If it is a yes, then you have to expect some follow-up questions that go alongside with that. You can be asked to state how many times you have been into US. Of course, your passport will also be checked just to confirm there are, the visas that have been stamped before. Question number 4, how long do you intend to stay? Talk of a precise answer, 2 weeks, and give a reason, or try to show the ties to go back home to your country. You can say something like, I intend to be in US for 2 weeks and I plan to come back so that I can take care of my elderly parent, or I can take care of my properties that I manage. You give a strong reason of showing how you'll come back to your home country. Question number 5, do you have family or friends in the US? So again, this is a tricky question. You have to, if the answer is no, fine, that's easy for you. But if it is a yes, then you have to, show or expect other follow-up questions like how do you know them, your relationship with them, And at this point, if you have the invitation letter, it can be able to answer most of these questions. Remember, a good invitation letter should clarify the nature of the relationship you have with your host, the host details, your details, the visit details, and the financial responsibility. Is it only you, or the host is also catering for it? Question number 6, are you traveling alone? So if you are alone, you just say, yes, I'm traveling alone. If you're not traveling alone, you have to give the details of whom you're traveling with. Of course, you expect some follow-up questions to come along with that question if you're traveling with someone else. Remember, most of these questions you are asked based on DS-160. Question number 7, where will you be staying? So at this point, they want to know your host details. Again, if the invitation letter is there, it answers this question very well, and these questions are based again on DS 160. You can be asked questions about your sponsor or your host. Where do they live? Just to confirm how you completed your form. Question number 8, do you have a return ticket? At this time, you want to really prove that you have a return ticket. Having a return ticket will be a really strong strength to show that you're coming back home to your country and you have no intention of staying in US. Try to avoid as much as possible to say that you don't have a return ticket. Question number 9, who is taking care of your expenses? You should explain clearly whether you're going to cater for some cost while the host caters for some, or you are the one who is taking care of your flight ticket, your host arrangement, accommodation and all that. You should clearly state that. And if you have your invitation letter, again, it serves to answer this question very well, because in the invitation letter, the host must have included how they're gonna support you during your stay in US. So these are tips, to answering questions for the US visitor visa interview. You should try as much as possible not to say things like, I don't have a return ticket, I have no family back home, I have no job back home, I have friends or family who live illegally in US, I intend to work during my visit. Try to avoid saying that, because you're not supposed to work using visitor's visa in US. I don't know. Try to avoid such answers. I don't know. You should know something and how to approach a question asked. Otherwise, I hope these tips help you even as you prepare to go for US visitor visa interview. This is Wanjiru US. Like, share, follow. Bye for now. Till next.